Warning! This video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and a Mad Max. Let's talk about Captain Clearance. This is an interesting one. I haven't talked about toys and dolls for a while. Let's check on Captain Marvel merchandise, see how it's doing. And tell you what, viewers, go ahead and smash the hell out of that like button if you want more videos like Captain Clearance. Captain Clearance, Captain Mediocre, Captain Goose. After a serious examination of the Captain Marvel merchandise, I urge the MCU, Disney, to replace Danvers with Goose. For Hasbro's sake. They're still trying to recoup costs and survive from The Last Jedi and that Tico toy. I'd buy that for $1. Now, Captain Marvel toys aren't there yet, but the merch is dropping in price. And you know what? Disney, you can't hide that. Compare box office numbers to toy and merchandise numbers and clearance. That really shows the truth. Remember when Frozen was a phenomenon years ago? You couldn't get a Frozen doll for a year. People waited in line. With the box office of Captain Marvel, that should be easily comparable, don't you think? This is how you see the true strength of a franchise. Just like The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi rode the high box office on the coattails of the OG and the promise of the return of classic characters like Luke, Leia, and Han. Captain Marvel. I'm sorry, Callie. You're making me mess up again. Alright. She's chewing her bone right by the mic. Alright, so just like Luke, Leia, and Han, Captain Marvel has rode the coattails of the MCU and those white dudes that came before her. Is this the reason for her success? You will not know the legs that this character can stand on until the old white dudes are phased out of the MCU. So everyone applauding Captain Marvel and celebrating the box office, you're not going to get the true story and to see the damage that's done to the next phase of the MCU until the old white dudes are gone. I'm always going to refer to the old white dudes because a lot of success has been built on old white dudes, but you want to dismiss them. You want to get rid of them. Wait till they are gone. You think Captain Marvel, Captain Clearance is going to do well without old white dudes too? So, that's why we should look into the toy and merchandise info now. The strength of a franchise is on its merchandise. Disney can twist, manipulate, all they want with box office. The toys of sales show the strength of the property and the character. And that's why the only changes for episode 9 were the new characters. But more on that for another video I'm planning if you want to see that. Go ahead and comment below. The changes to episode 9. Just the characters. That's even more reason that Disney has to manipulate the box office. To charge exorbitant and predatory licensing contracts with merch and toy companies. That's another reason they bloat the box office and manipulate it so much. So, let's look and see how the #1 female-led superhero movie merchandise is doing. Check out some Captain Clearance merchandise. And if you find some Captain Clearance merchandise in your neck of the woods, I would actually say hit up Jeff at World Class BS. I can't wait until the truth comes out and these are clearance too. Because I see it heading towards Tico toy areas. Okay. I'll actually bring up some pictures here. Wow, that's no wonder, even if you like the character, those toys are horrible. Except the Funko Pop's not too bad, but you know. Now $24.99. Now $19.99. Marvel Captain Marvel superhero doll with Goose. $10.99 Funko. Now $8.97. And now I'm going to get to a point with all these numbers too. So hang on with me. $10.99. Now $8.30 for the alternate version of Carol Danvers Funko. $24.99. Now $19.45 for a Funko glow-in-the-dark exclusive vinyl bobblehead figure. Now exclusives usually demand a higher price point or keep their price point. So that was kind of surprised to see that already clearance. And probably going to go lower. $19.99, now $17.89. Captain Marvel 6-inch Legends and bomber jacket. That's the one with the cat there. I wouldn't buy that for $1 at all. Look at that. Whew. $25.89, now $19.98. Captain Marvel hero costume suit. You want to look like Captain Marvel and have a costume suit? Maybe someone could send that to Uncle Ethan. That would be a great thing to his brand new P.O. box. $19.99, now $16.59 for Captain Marvel 6-inch Legends. Oh, that's another Legends figure. Now, before you say, hey Max, this is an exaggeration. That's not that bad. Well, this is what I would tell you. The MCU is hoping they found a new captain to usher in a new phase of superheroes that hopefully they're just going through a phase. But when you compare it to Goose, you get the real picture. And what do I mean by that? Because you know what is not on clearance? Goose the cat. Goose price is $12.48 compared with what Captain Marvel Funkos are all clearanced at, under $9. $5.99 for a Funko Pop keychain, Goose the cat. How long before the keychain of Goose is going to be a higher price than the actual Captain Marvel Funkos? If you don't know, I started YouTube as a collector, and I actually sold my Funko collection except for a few choice pieces recently. So I had a huge Funko collection, and you can really tell the staying power of a new character and how the fandom is responding to the character by the price of their individual Funkos. It's a great way to research if a character has staying power. And I'll tell you right now, besides the dolls that I went over and the other Legends figures, you really get the picture from the Funko Pops. They're not retaining their value. The cat is. So, and they're mystery minis. It's also a great tool for ascertaining the longevity of a property. Now, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there is no Captain Marvel mystery minis. Funko knows. They know that this is a lame duck character. She should be the Goose. They usually have a set for every major Marvel movie release, but not for Captain Marvel. At this point, they should really replace Brie Larson with the cat. Let's also maybe do a quick comparison with another healthy girls property, which I mentioned before, Frozen. Worldwide, $1,276,000,000. And now Captain Marvel, as of this recording, 946. Close to that 946 million, close to that $1 billion worldwide. How many of those hashtag Captain Marvel Challenge underprivileged girls wanted to buy Carol Danvers dolls? Not many. It's because Brie Larson won't even let her doll smile. I wonder if that was an actual design choice and a conversation that the MCU had to have with Hasbro. You can't let her smile. She smirks all the way to the clearance bin, apparently. Now, Just like The Last Jedi was touted as a success for Star Wars, the Star Wars franchise, we all know what happened with the merch. The merchandise shows the future. And Captain Marvel, Captain Mediocre, is now being clearanced out right before she reaches the $1 billion mark worldwide that Access Media loves to talk about. And all I'm saying is, movie box office is easily manipulated, but merchandise and toys are not. So I really wanted to take a look now, right before it reaches $1 billion worldwide, to see how the real story is. That's how I sometimes look into the sales of Funkos to see, even though I don't collect anymore, because I think it's already happening. If Captain Marvel was a real success for the MCU and for representation of women and girls, the toys would sell. She is not the Captain we're looking for. And as much as people were baited into seeing Captain Mediocre on the big screen because of hate hoax marketing, yeah, Disney does hate hoax for their marketing campaigns. And they use all shill media and access media to help them with it. Which Disney is now manipulating a lot on big box office movies. She has now become Captain Clearance and belongs right beside all those Tico toys in Episode 9 lot. Maybe alongside those Atari carts from years ago. Will Hasbro survive Disney? That's another good question. If you want to see a video on that, comment below. It also deserves an investigation. And I want to also ask you guys to comment below. Now the poster for Episode 9 that came out, I believe, is fan made. But these images of the characters, it's gotta be legit and a leak from Disney. So, which one of these is gonna be the next Tico toy for the Hasbro figures? I think it's gonna be Jaina Calrissian. just because I don't know, just from the image alone. Zori doesn't look that cool to me either. I would love to see some Knights of Ren figures. At least give us something interesting to look at. And Lando, old geriatric action figures do not sell well. As much as I like Lando. Well, those are my thoughts. Share yours, and I'll